Alrighty guys, some of you who have been following us know, Will and I have seen the show. The one guy who's usually with us has not seen it. He was in a really bad accident recently. So he will be here, just don't laugh when he comes on, alright? Thank you. How you doing, bud?
Fullmetal time.
You're a lot taller than I remember.
I also drink milk.
You do drink milk.
Hey everybody!
I'm Adam!
I'm Sam!
And I'm Will, and we are
Working Title! Yeah, I remembered that time.
Guys, we are back for another episode of Fullmetal Alchemist.
Brotherhood. I feel like I know what the next episode's called.
Is it a secret name? Do you want to just
Holy
go?
shit.
Do you want to
God
just...
Holy
damn
shit.
What? Do you
Don't
wanna
look,
just...
don't look.
Okay.
Oh my, Will, that's what I thought it was called.
You just want to go in without saying it?
Hold on.
No, we can say it.
Yeah, hold on.
I definitely want to say it.
Just wait.
Holy fuck nuggets.
Alright.
This is episode 37. Will, I want you to say it.
The first Homunculus.
Ooh.
Last on. Let's go, homie.
Oh goodness, what
We're
was
in the
last
North,
time?
Wall
So
Briggs.
much stuff happening. Raven is dead.
Mhm.
Olivier put him in his place. The cement floor of hell. Sloth, a personal homunculus that I like. Frozen? Is he still frozen
No,
outside?
They throw him in the hole.
Raven told him to unthaw him and put him back in the hole.
So he's put down temporarily, so he's not an issue. Kimberly is still here though. The big issue. Him and Miles went out, and when he came back, he brought
Winry.
Olivier.
Armstrong, she had 5 men down in the hole, and
They all got
only an
attacked by the
arm came
shadow
back.
piece.
Right. Maybe that's the first homunculus. Maybe that's Pride. Himself, herself, their self. We'll find out soon enough.
But guys, if you like our reaction, leave a like, hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you know when we drop more Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood reactions. Comment down below what you think about this episode of the video and our boy Sam's reaction. And we got this on Patreon if you want to check this out a week in advance, along with a couple other shows, and be able to vote on what we're watching next, and be able to join our Discord, and just help the channel grow. Hit the link in the description.
if it's not a market substitute, go on whatever anime streaming service you prefer. Apparently Crunchyroll and Funimation are having a merger. I don't know anything about it. But go over there, watch it first, and then come back to YouTube and watch your boy's reaction, alright? We're gonna punch it.
Ah!
Damn it!
Sorry, Fire Force. As easily as not making it through the whole video.
You're already like falling apart.
The second I walked on, it started falling. I'm not gonna lie, I feel pretty badass even though this is just tinfoil. I feel really freaking cool.
When we were doing, we were trying to figure out Halloween, I'm not gonna lie, low-key, I was like, man, I wish I had, like, the Ed aesthetic, because I would have dressed up as him for Halloween.
What about Al? Be the body armor.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be
That
cool.
would've been-
You'd be sweating.
Yeah.
You were already sweating in that tree.
Yeah, no, dude.
Oh.
So what's the story with these guys? They showed up under the pretext of escorting Miss Rockbell.
I'm sorry.
I'm not buying that.
Oh, yeah.
They only answer to Kimberly. He's got some kind of plan for us here. But what?
Oh, for
What?
I
You
don't
should
know.
have told me you were headed to
Kimberly having a plan for us, and the episode being called First
I'm in a
Homunculus.
hurry, okay?
Yeah, and when are you guys ever not in a hurry? Anyway, what did you do to get locked up?
It's only a
No,
misunderstanding.
hold it.
Just a lack of communication. I'll have them released within no time at all.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Kimberly. These two are lucky to have you watching out for them.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Listen, I wouldn't trust Kimberly if I were you.
What? Why not? He seems nice.
Loud whispering!
Yeah, I love that. Whispering in front of the
Miss
enemy.
Rockbell, is it true that your parents lost their lives while giving medical attention during the war?
That's right.
Thought so.
I was part of the squadron that recovered their bodies.
Oh, you.
We had been
Oh.
dispatched to help them.
Oh,
But
he's
it was
good.
too late by the time we got there. I'm sorry.
Thank you for trying.
They stayed true to their duty.
Well, could
and
that
they
not
helped
still be
me
true?
Right up to the end.
I mean, Scar killed him, and he hates Scar.
I wish that I could have had the chance to meet them.
I don't trust this man a single bit.
They were holding a photo of a precious little girl when we found them, and I knew right away that it was their daughter. The thought of you kept them strong during the worst of the war.
Why would you do this?
Man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your parents were true heroes. and it's
Easy
an honor to
manipulation.
meet you.
Dang.
Do you have any idea what that psychopath did in Ishval?
So did everyone you know.
Yeah.
So did everyone you know.
I've only got Lieutenant Hawkeye's experiences to go by. And she thinks I...
Aww.
Speaking of Winry, you're in love with her.
Aren't you?
What?
Or they just like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? It's like ricocheted out of it.
Just think about something else. Try to think about something else.
Does he have a bone?
Ah! This show!
Is he reciting the periodic
Yeah.
table?
Love was such a weirdo.
Did you say something?
No, Ed, I didn't say anything.
Unbelievable.
Winry? I told you to warn me before you connect the nerves, alright?
Yeah. Now let's do your leg.
Oh.
That was very funny.
Yes, it was.
It's so light. It's not going to be any weaker than
It
my
looks
last
more
song,
silver
will it?
now.
Not really. It's slightly weaker, but I doubt we'll notice. It's pretty heavily reinforced.
Look at that.
All right. What are you doing out of your cell?
I don't know. Maybe some people respect the fact that I'm a state alchemist.
Finally upgrading for the cold, huh?
Are you upgrading too?
Woo!
Nothing left for me to upgrade to.
Yeah. Oh,
Swoon.
now's the time to learn that
What
steel.
kind of reinforcement is that on the claws? They're not diamond tipped, are they?
Yeah, she's fully modified. It's a specially crafted model.
Edward, you want me to upgrade you to one of these?
My style.
Who's the girl? She's too cute to be hanging around you.
He's my mechanic.
There.
Just kill him. He just,
Because life isn't fair.
That's messed up.
Real life Northern Automail. That's the first I've seen.
Oh yeah? You want to come check out my work shed then?
Please, I'd love to.
Hey.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Try to keep on your toes and don't go off exploring. Not on your own.
Everybody
It's not
loves
safe
her
here.
attention.
Be
oh
careful.
yeah.
Alright?
Okay, I will be.
These people need to get out more, frick.
All right, let's see what you've got.
Well, this model is kind of rare.
Are you serious? You've got a crocodile?
I see she's got her parents'
Crocodile?
enthusiasm. Well, I've done a little body work on this one to enhance the model's durability in the comb. Well then, your little upgrade's all taken care of and out of the way. So why don't we find a place to sit down? I'm eager to discuss our business.
I don't like how he doesn't really have pupils.
Excuse
Kimberly?
me?
Yeah.
Can you tell me why you're keeping me in the cell?
Because that's where Mr. Kimberly wants you.
We were given specific instructions and orders to only release the Fullmetal Alchemist. You just sit tight and behave.
Good strategy, Kimberly.
Rod will be back.
He's playing it
Keep it
safe by
separate.
keeping us separated.
Yeah.
And by dragging Winry up here.
Yeah.
He just wants to remind us they've got some collateral. I never realized just how nervous we make them.
Kimberly might be a madman, but he's a man with a plan.
And Ed and Al ain't nothing to fuck with. Not
The
at all.
advance team took 3 days provisions. It's been an entire week since we last heard from them.
That's cutting it close.
I'm also concerned about the team's sanity. An entire week in total darkness.
Briggsmen, don't get scared of the dark.
You don't know.
General, There's no telling what
Depends
can
on
happen to us while we're down.
what kind of darkness we're talking
We're not
about.
back within 24 hours. Seal up this hole with concrete.
Very well then, I'll do so.
Darkness in the cave is a lot different than darkness at your household.
Yeah, also it's like psychological. It's not really like, oh, I just feel scared.
I want all of you
That's
to
not how
listen
it
very
works.
closely. I am the only one responsible for the incident involving General Raven. You weren't there. You didn't see anything. You didn't hear anything. If Raven's fate is discovered, I order you to solely place the blame on me.
Yes, General.
It's a leader I like to hear about. Oh, that's really cool.
It's alchemy.
Was it?
Yeah, you can see the
And-
stairs.
I wasn't sure if it was there all the time
Ed made it.
from other episodes.
Yeah.
I like that dude's look.
Is that so? Sounds like things are getting out of hand up north.
Central.
Indeed. They could use an offensive lead about now.
Oh,
Yeah, this lady,
Their
right?
strong suit is defense.
Right.
But you need more than defense if you plan on being the one to make the first strike. With the offensive expertise of your Eastern forces, Madame Olivier believes they have a chance.
I'm honored that she would choose me as her partner in arms.
Oh no. Madame Olivier needs the strength of your army, not you. She said you might as well just get lost.
I have to ask. It's kind of risky telling me this. What's stopping me from warning Fuhrer Bradley?
Well, you are. She assured me you weren't that kind of man. Well then, that would be 35,000 cents, please.
Jeez.
I
Playing
appreciate-
Roy for the good guy. She knows that he won't go
Hey, wait.
rogue.
Who are you?
Oh, just someone who has served the Armstrong family for generations.
Oh, I was gonna say, I wonder if she's like a relative. She had the blonde hair sneaking through the pink bandana. Yeah.
The
To say that our
pointy
closest
hair.
allies, they invariably turn out to be the same people that we fought side by side with out on the battlefield. But
Oh,
What do I do?
What a
These
freak.
flowers.
What
what a
freak?
freak! Get the fuck out of here.
Oh god.
Oh.
It's a massacre. It's exactly the same as Smith's arm. Even this metal was sliced clean through.
Keep on the lookout. It might be close.
Shit.
First homunculus. Oh no! Oh no! They're getting
Dude, that guy's in
dragged.
half.
They're getting dragged. They're getting dragged out.
Are you all right? Speak to me. Look here.
Lieutenant Henshaw?
Thank goodness you're okay. Is there anyone else?
This is a trap.
The others were. They were all.
Frick! Alligator Man's dead.
We have to get out of
Buccaneer.
It's coming back.
What?
Please, you gotta get rid of the lights. The shadow.
Hey, you're all right?
It's coming.
Come on, pull yourself together.
The shadow.
Oh, it's the hands, the same type of hands from.
Walk. Let's go. Try not to walk as much as you can.
Recede to the dock.
Oh.
I'm sorry to bother you so late, but I have some urgent documents the Fuhrer needs to read right away.
Oh, my dear. I'm sorry, but my husband isn't home right now.
It'd be wonderful if he could look these over by tomorrow.
That is urgent. But don't you worry, I'll make sure that he does.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
What? No.
Celine, shouldn't you be in bed?
Stop it.
I
What was
was,
that?
but
What
then
is
I heard
that?
the door.
What the
I thought
hell?
that it might be Father coming home.
Hey.
This is your father's
Dude,
assistant.
I don't know.
It's very nice
Bullshit.
to meet you, Lieutenant Hawkeye.
It's nice to meet you.
You must be working hard to be up so late.
Not really. I just had to bring your father some documents. But I should be going now. Sorry I woke you. Good night, Celine.
Yes, come, Salim. You need your proper rest. Otherwise,
dear
you might
boy.
oversleep.
I know.
He seems like a really sharp kid.
He certainly is. He's the pride of my life. I know it's impolite to brag about my son, but that shouldn't apply since he's adopted. I really shouldn't act so surprised, though. He is related to my husband, so he must have some of his genes.
He
He's not related to you? Oh no.
Can you see his face?
This just doesn't add up. The Colonel told me that King Bradley was raised as a test subject. He doesn't have any family. He didn't even know his parents. And I got that strange feeling from Salim. Could he be?
So, put it all together. All thanks to my stepmother.
Ew.
Shut up.
But your baleful presence also gave you away. I recognized it somehow, but I'm just now realizing why. It's the same bloodlust I felt when Gluttony tried to attack me from behind.
No.
So, Salim Bradley, what exactly is your true identity?
You've got some nerve to ask me a question like that,
Oh my god.
considering the circumstance. Such bravery. You've also shown good judgment by keeping your gun holstered. Such a move would only get you killed.
I'm guessing you're a homunculus. Like no, you've got some kind of pressure coming from you that he didn't have.
I'm offended that you would even put Gluttony and me in the same league. You ask my name, it's Pride. And I was the first homunculus.
The first, Sam. He was
Let's see what the next one looks like. What's it gonna look like?
Oh.
Wow.
Right.
You said you were the first homunculus, correct? What do you mean by that?
Just what I told you. Are you actually trying to get information out of me? You're a courageous
No, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that at all.
Have you considered switching sides and joining us?
Why would I? I'd just be a pawn to you.
So that's a no. That's too bad. Oh well.
What was she just slashed the I thought it was the eyeball.
Humor me with your empty threats. It's just wasteful to kill your hostage.
That's powerful.
How perceptive you are. Just remember, Lieutenant, no matter where you are, I will be watching
Look at that shot, y'all.
from the shadows.
From the shadows.
How do you fight shadows?
Yeah.
You don't.
You shine light at it.
Which that doesn't make sense. She's standing in the moonlight. He was moving through light.
You've got a job for me? That's correct. You are a state alchemist after all. And it's a few jobs actually. 3. All from the Fuhrer. First off, he wants you to hunt down Scar. You just find him, I'll take care of the rest.
Yeah.
Secondly, he wants you to locate Dr. Marco, who has very likely fled with Scar. Why is Dr. Marco with Scar? The only thing you need to worry about is finding them. And last but not least, he wants you to carve a crest of blood here. A crest of blood? Just like what I did in Ishbal. It's very simple. We kill everyone and soak the land with their blood. I would never take part in...
Dang, dude. Well, we're popping off here because that's not happening.
Did you really join the military without being prepared to kill someone? I was determined not to kill. Well, how original of you. I suppose you could take just as much from that decision. Listen, Kimberly, do you have any idea what they're doing? What you're helping them to achieve? I'm curious to see how the world will change. What? Both sides clashing. Will against will. Life versus life. Humans are the homunculi. Which one will triumph? Which side does the world prefer? The homunculi like to see themselves as the next step in the evolution of humanity. But that's for history to decide. I just plan on helping it make up its mind. Have you forgotten that you're a human? How can you take sides with them? Because they've given me complete freedom to use my alchemy however I want. You're insane, Kimberly. My standards do tend to differ from society's. However, if I survive this battle, then the world will have chosen my sanity over yours. I stake my being, the very core of my own existence. This is what I'm willing to bet on the outcome of this battle. Kimberly, you don't make any sense. That's surprising. I had always kind of assumed that self-centeredness was a universal trait of all alchemists. Well then, Let's see if I can find something that you do selfishly crave. Something you and your brother want more than anything. And if you do what we ask, I'll give it to you. A Philosopher's Stone.
Damn it.
Grab it. Grab it quick. Right now. Just grab it.
I need to consult with Al and Winry. Why tell Winry? She has no idea she's involved. Despite what you're asking of me.
But I want her blood to be the thing that soils the ground.
Alright then. But you're not telling her without me there. I don't want you telling her too much.
Yeah. Ugh. Creepy ass.
Winry.
Of course.
You were only brought to Briggs as a hostage.
What? What does he mean, Al? Are you joking?
Listen. I've been ordered by the Fuhrer to fulfill my duties as a human weapon. In other words, they're ordering me to help them commit mass murder.
Why don't you just refuse?
See, I don't even know how he's gonna get out of this. I mean, we have to fight. He has to grab the Philosopher's Stone and start doing stuff.
No, I'm sorry. They're using me to hold you down. I won't cry. I won't. I'm just upset at myself for being so naive. I'm sorry. All we were trying to do was get your original bodies back again.
About that, they actually offered me a Philosopher's Stone as payment.
A stone?
That's right, Kimberly has one.
We can't, brother. The ingredients for a stone.
No, Al.
Come on. Come on. He's got the glare. Yeah. Yeah. We know what's happening. We gotta do what we gotta do.
It's settled.
Kick this jackass out of here.
But finding Scar is the first thing I want to do. Oh yeah? Why's that? Scar is the one who murdered Winry's parents. He deserves vengeance. I see. Fine with me. Also, I need Al with me. He doesn't have a body, so he's immune to Scar's bodily destruction. Well,
Clever.
That is helpful.
Clever. Okay.
You're okay with this, Al?
I wanted to pop off this
That was
episode.
a lie, though.
They can only be made by
Yeah,
sacrifice.
he wants to be. They want to be together, stronger as one.
Don't worry. Brother would never actually use one. And we don't need it. We think we might be able to use Shini's alchemy to get our bodies back.
But they don't know that.
Working with Scar, we think that she can teach it to us.
So then, is he going after Scar to find this girl?
Got a plan, baby.
I see.
Baby.
Then I guess I had better hurry up and come up with a believable excuse.
Huh?
Yes, you better.
This is the general vicinity in which Scar was last spotted.
Then that's our first stop.
Hey! Make room for one more! Come on, Al, scoot over some!
What are you doing,
He's dying.
I'm sorry, Winry, but you need to wait here at the fort. We're not going for a picnic.
And neither am I. I just performed a complicated upgrade on his automail that I've never done before. What if there's a malfunction? It would tarnish the Rockbell name if I'm not there to fix it.
Do you even realize how obsessed with your job you are? You're a workaholic.
And proud of it, too. This has been my family's business
Very
for
well
4
then.
generations.
You can join us. I guess I can allow you to.
There's nothing wrong with that.
They're smart kids, man.
They are.
Cunning.
Yeah.
Cunning warriors.
Just come off as naive and you can get far. It's a great tactic.
Really badly for us.
No one ever suspects the person who looks ignorant.
But still, I can't just sit around waiting anymore.
It at least guarantees you a second place in most board games. Just saying.
And that was episode 37.
Yes, indeed.
Y'all,
First homunculi.
that was some good writing. on Fullmetal's behalf so far today. It was a good episode.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. There was something about the pacing that was good. Didn't feel bored during any of it. It was really exciting. I mean, to start off, the name of the title has me like already goosebumps before we started, so that was exciting to look forward to and try to figure out what it was going to be. I mean, I guess it was safe to assume it would be the Shadow in some form. Just to get the big elephant out of the room, I definitely did not expect it to be
Salim.
You made a joke about it when Salim first came up, like the very, 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 very first time we met him, and you were like, "Oh, what is he? Is Fear Bradley's son going to be Homunculus?" And we were like, "Ha ha ha."
Yeah. No, I don't think I really suspected that.
No, you were joking. It wasn't like a serious take, but it was funny. It was just like, oh, he knows.
It was clever on behalf of the writing to say very early on that he's like an orphan. When did they establish that he was an orphan? Or did we establish that in a recent reaction?
No, when Ed and Al went to the Führer's house.
Okay.
Then they met, or when they met Salim, and he brought, what, no?
It was way back when Lanfan lost her arm, and they were talking about Führer King Bradley's a homunculus.
And can't reproduce.
And somebody was like, no, his son's adopted. They brought that up. So that was a long-ass time ago.
Well, whenever they talked about how, like, they cannot produce their own child, I was like, all right, well, Salim's like, there's nothing gonna be crazy about Salim. He's written off. He's just a little cut kid who's naive. Big word for this episode.
Well, even the family episode where the boys show up to the mansion, you brought up that Salim does look like his dad a little bit. He has his hair color.
Well, yeah. So I think the show, it's hard to remember what we had talked about and what the episodes had covered prior. But I do remember at some point I didn't think he would be an orphan because of his resemblance to his father. But then when they brought it up, I was like, I guess that makes sense because the mom looks nothing alike. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't have guessed if it was my own guess because there was a resemblance to the father. But then the whole homunculus thing and not being able to reproduce kind of put it in its coffin. Regardless, great reveal, creepy reveal. It also threw me off because I didn't think it would be anything in Central considering the Shadow Beast just attacked
in the
north, which either it can move really fast and can be both at the north and the south. It can be literally maybe every shadow that exists in this country.
Mm-hmm. He literally said, like,
I'll be watching you from the shadows.
From the shadows.
Yeah. Anywhere you are.
Yeah. So
that's really overpowered. If that's true. If I know he said that, but if that's true, that's very overpowered. So that'll be interesting to combat. And that kind of, I mean, he's not. I don't think he's omnipotent. So I don't know if he can just be everywhere and understand everything that's happening. Because then it's like you can never have a conversation away from the villains. So it might not be that, but wherever he's looking, you have to watch out for. Wherever he thinks there might be interest in.
Well, you notice when he was going to creep on Buccaneer, he sensed something, he looked the other way, and then he looked back, and then he just disappeared.
Something was more important calling to him. Maybe he needs his full body in one place to be stronger. Maybe it's like a shadow can be weakened if it's separated too far, maybe. So when the Riza incident came up, or maybe when he had to put on the Salim look, maybe that's what it is. Maybe like Salim is the embodiment of all the shadow, like in one. Sorry, it's gonna be loud. Maybe like Salim himself is like all the shadow packed together, and so you can create a body. I know that doesn't make sense, but I'm just trying to work with show logic.
I know what you're talking about.
And then you can disperse, but maybe be weaker.
Yeah.
Still do things, but maybe be weaker. So maybe when Riza showed up to protect the mother, because the Führer has interest in the wife, his wife. Maybe he just did that. You know, for a second, because Riza had that big tattoo on her back, I was like, is she a homunculus? Because I saw that arm, and I was like, what if they try and do like a little prank? Because it came from behind her, but I was like, that's Salim. It could be Salim, but maybe it's Riza.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember how quickly they reveal it, and I was gonna make a joke like in the mid. If I realized it was fast, I was gonna be like, "It's always the butler," and just like throw that out there to like spook Sam. But I thought for a second I was like, maybe it's next episode they reveal it. So
yeah. Before the reveal, like I figured out when Celine was behind her, like when the arm hit, because it was so jarring.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what I was looking. I know you were looking at me. That's when I was like, oh no, oh no, it's the kid.
Did you catch what the mom said when they were talking?
That
she basically was like,
oh, he's related to. Oh
no, he's my little pride and joy.
Frick! Oh, I missed that.
I looked at you.
I missed
from the corner of my face.
I missed that. No,
like,
I mean,
shit.
It clicked one with the hand, and then he's related to
the father.
And I was like, oh,
I forgot that. Yeah.
So I wonder if they are actually related, or that's just the ploy they're going with. Did the Fuhrer have a kid before he took the? No, that wouldn't work because he's the first homunculus.
Yeah, he came before Bradley. He came before Lust, Greed, Envy, all of them. He is the first.
Well, I think I have a little bit of an answer now. I know we were talking about the original Fullmetal, that the Fuhrer was Pride. So I guess this could kind of make sense. Like maybe, I don't know how the original show was, but if I had to guess, maybe he was both Pride and Wrath, and then they just, for the sake of like surprising the audience, maybe they just made his kid. Maybe the kid's not in the original manga at all. I don't know. Maybe, because it's a shadow, you technically don't need the kid to be in the story if the Fuhrer was always Pride.
Yeah.
I'm very curious. That's definitely one of the mangas I definitely want to take a look when we're done the show as a whole, because I'm very curious because of how separate the stories are from what people have said.
This is the manga.
Oh, this is the more
famous
show.
This is the original.
Yeah.
This is the original. This is the original story. That one was like veered off.
Man, okay, maybe you guys know this. At what point did Fullmetal no longer have manga to work off of? I mean, surely we've passed that point.
We're definitely past that point. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Again, from the little I know is from like a YouTube video that compiled all of the differences from the two shows. From like,
damn, you watched that?
Yeah,
that was like 5 hours long.
Yeah, I watched that because I was really into it at the time. I was like, because I wanted to know.
It was a fun show to get lost in the rabbit hole.
Yeah, and honestly, the ending too. I mean, I'm not gonna spoil anything for this one or that one, but like craziest ending I've ever seen. So
I remember you saying that.
But anyways, I remember them saying that, you know, Bradley was Pride in that, and like in that show, the main bad guy was a woman. It wasn't father, to my knowledge. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen that video. So anybody who like knows better, correct without spoiling the rest of the show for Sam. But anyways, like there's some stuff that doesn't, come. Like what that's in the canon original. That's in this show was not necessarily in the other show from like Jump Street. You know what I mean? So like I feel like the manga probably wasn't like the manga had to have only been up to like.
Was that the case for the original show? Not enough was written.
Not everything was out. I'm pretty sure.
So they
just kept going.
Yes, I guess they didn't want to face a Hunter x Hunter where they stay faithful, but they take like a 5-year gap. Or whatever
I'm pretty sure that like this area.
We're looking at like 22 people.
Like between like when Lust dies to like Bradley gets revealed. I think somewhere around here is where we separate from.
Hey, maybe one day I don't know if they ever care to, but maybe one day, like 2 years from now, I'll just do a watch 4-in-1 reaction, just compile and give hot takes. I'm very interested in watching the first show to come out. Because that's so exciting to me. It's always like cool to watch, even if people don't necessarily like the storytelling of a different take. It's cool to see two fleshed out thoughts on the same story and see like where it can go, even if the manga readers don't like the lack of faithfulness or the originality of it. Yeah, I'd be curious to watch just to see how somebody else did it.
Yeah, you said this before, and I told you I'd be down to watch it with you.
Yeah, maybe one day. Not soon. We got other shows to watch, but back to this. It was a great reveal. I don't know what to think of the shadow. Like, they told us a lot without really telling us the origins of this Homunculous. So that's something I'm looking forward to. Back at the castle, though, Kimberly wants Ed to commit genocide alongside him, which is a hell of a pitch to sell to a kid. I don't know what he thinks he's doing. And if he's heard any tales of Ed, he's completely ignorant of what this kid can do.
Well, part of it is it's Bradley's orders, and it's also the fact that they have Winry.
Yeah,
like, at the end of the day,
she's a hostage.
She's a hostage. Everybody is being pushed to the brink of what they can and can't do to protect their own.
Yeah, I think Winry, we need to protect Winry, get her away from here. All the rest can fend for themselves. Roy, Armstrong, they're grown-ups. They can do it on their own. But once that happens, all bets are off, and I'm ready for some more, honestly.
Yeah. But the other stipulations he wanted was him to help hunt down Scar and get him to Kimberly so Kimberly can kill him and recover Dr. Marco.
I don't know how the boys will feel about Scar. I know they're saying it right now, like, oh, let's go hunt him, because, it will like, Kimberly will believe it.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason for people to believe that the boys wouldn't hate Scar, even though I don't think they hate Scar. I just wonder how invested they are in him if the moment came where Scar might get pinched and have to get killed, and they might let it fall through just to sell whatever they want to sell, maybe to protect Winry. I don't know.
Yeah.
And Scar, I don't know if his time is coming soon, but if it is, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
Do we know what his objective is? Right now it's to find his brother's book.
And they found it.
Okay.
They have to find somebody who can... they're trying to read fully through so they can understand Alka history.
Well, he's trying to see if there's a way that they can use his brother's notes to defeat Father.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Scar was useless against Father. Remember, he put his hand on his face, tried to blow his head off, and it didn't work on Father. So, yeah, there's that. But
so curious what Father's doing all this time.
Chilling.
And Hohenheim.
Regrowing.
Yeah. Hohenheim.
Also, it was crazy too because you might, again, this is Will hating on the dub versus the sub, but I feel like English dub always does like voice effects. Okay, AOT reference, so sorry, but like Aaron's
when he's inside the
Titan.
Spoiler
3, 2, 1.
Spoiler 3, 2, 1.
My bad.
Aaron's Titan form when he is yelling in English, it's like rah, 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 like with 7 layers on it. It makes it fucking hard to hear, like when the shit's going on. Whereas
he sounds like he's in an echo.
Yeah, it's like they literally layer his voice and then added auto tune on it. Where like in the sub, it's just a person like yelling, sounding like a monster. Yeah, like that. That's literally it. And I can't remember because it's been a while since I've seen like Salim, but like when he's talking,
he doesn't sound like that.
It's just
a different voice.
It's just a creepy voice in Japanese.
You have to show us a clip after this.
Yeah, I'll try and find it. I'm pretty sure that's how it was. I could be wrong and just remembering it wrong, and it's also hard because you're reading in sub, you read it, so you understand everything. Like in those moments, I'm like, what is he saying? You know what I mean? It was the same thing for Sloth in the previous episodes. Like, granted, he has like 3...
Oh, you don't like Sloth's voice?
He has like 3 words, so it's like easy to decipher. But anytime he went beyond what a pain, that's annoying, no fucking clue what he was saying. I mean, like, it's just hard to... For me, it's just hard to understand. I also don't have the greatest hearing in the world, too, so that's part of it.
Well, I'll say I like the voices that I've heard so far. In English, not hearing really any of the Japanese.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm not saying they're doing a bad job. It's just sometimes, like, I just feel like English dub does that sometimes where they make choices to, like, add more to it. I'm like, we didn't need the auto-tune. Like, with him, like, we don't need the After Effects on top of him just sounding creepy as a kid. Like, it's to me, it's just over the top.
It's funny you said that, too. I wonder, like, how many assets that Japan gives over to other companies to do the voicing. Because like AOT or shows that require maybe a multi-layered effect to somebody, like, do they just give the music and the sound effects and send it over and say, you add what you want for the voices? because maybe it's hard to replicate something, so they just kind of maybe the Americans just do like a little cheap sound effect to like give an impression of a better version that the Japanese did.
Yeah,
could be.
I don't know.
Could be the case.
They got to go download their own voice effects.
But what I was going to say was, amid some of the things of me not being able to like really fully hear what he was saying, he did say, you know, Hawkeye was like, man, I knew something was up because I felt that same bloodlust when Gluttony went after me. And
oh yeah, I know what you're gonna say.
Salim's like, how dare you put me in the same category as Gluttony?
Yeah.
Like, they're not on the same.
It's the pride talking.
I felt like he was gonna say that too. Like,
oh yeah.
Did you hear what he said about his mom?
Gluttony's the lowest of the homunculus. I feel like even Sloth's over him a bit in terms of strength.
Oh yeah. What were you gonna say?
Did you hear what he said about his mom? It was like the first thing that he said.
He said something about stepmother. What did he call her?
That like she spoiled the beans that like he's related to Raph.
Oh yeah.
And then he was like, she doesn't know how to shut her mouth.
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck.
It's not his real mama.
Yeah. Not at all.
Ew. That's just weird now because now knowing that it's Salim, that was that never a kid. Like when we saw him in the library at the like little gathering at the table.
Yup.
Ew, that's really creepy.
I have the greatest dad in the world.
Ew.
Playing the part, bro. That's fucking weird.
Ew.
My daddy is the greatest.
So,
he loves his people.
Man, good job for you guys not like giving it away to me because we've seen him a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
I want an episode about the kids. You want an episode about that kid?
No.
Yeah, do you still want that, Sam?
No.
Do you still want that?
No.
Yeah. And
horrible things happen to children in the show.
Horrible things happen when children are present in anything.
Yeah.
And also for horror, never have kids on screen. It's never a good thing. Either if they're the attacker or the attacked, it's just bad.
Yeah. True.
Or creepier.
Armstrong sent Buccaneer and them down below. Buccaneer and some men.
To look for the other two.
Yeah, to look for the rest of the men.
It's been a week.
It's been a week, and they said, "Hey, if we're not back up in 24 hours, cover the
Seal
hole."
All I was when they revealed the guys, and there was like a body cut off, and then one guy was like missing an arm, and there was like alcohol and the horse's head. All I was thinking of was, dude, this would have been a great horror film. Like, what did these guys just go through for a whole week?
Oh yeah.
Because they looked like they just experienced a whole movie when they got down there.
Oh yeah.
They were just chilling. I was like, this looks frightening.
Yeah.
The fact that they were able to wrap up his hand and they're in pure darkness.
Oh yeah.
It just felt like a cutscene for like a Nazi zombie like game.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're the four characters. You go down. You see a little cutscene where people are there, and then the demons attack them, and then you have to now fight, and you're the next target to survive.
They did give a little tidbit about like, 'cause, you know, the whole like shadow thing, darkness was kind of confusing, but they were like, turn that off, turn off the light, it's in the shadows, and they threw the lantern away.
Oh, wait. It's in the shadows. So can it not be in pure darkness?
That's what I was wondering too.
That's what they
turn off the lights because the light projects a shadow, but does darkness produce shadows? Isn't it a shadow?
I don't know if you saw the shadow.
Shadows are produced by light being blocked by something.
Hmm.
So if you're in complete darkness, there is no shadow.
Okay.
But wouldn't darkness just be a shadow?
Yeah, that's why it's like a little confusing. I'm not sure.
But it does kind of make sense because if you remember when he says turn off the light and he smacks it, it cuts to the shadowy eyeball and it looks over in their direction and then it starts moving towards them.
Because also it's like, in fairness, how would they have survived in the dark for that long if
true.
If Salim like could just freely move in the dark.
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
We got a new Armstrong, Miss Rose.
Yeah.
Miss Primrose was. Speaking of great joke today. That's all I'm gonna say.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, it was.
All I'm gonna say, very fun. The humor was really funny in this episode all around from beginning to end. Sometimes it doesn't really land with me with this show.
Yeah.
Like it feels either displaced or a little too like
childish,
slapstick. Like when they do the faces, like they're cute to look at. You know what I'm talking about? Where they do like superimposed looking. They look super like SpongeBob-y.
No.
It's cute. I don't really find it super funny. So this I know has today's jokes were a little bit more like nuance, but I enjoyed that a bit more. So that was fun to listen to.
Yeah.
Kimberly's a psycho.
Yeah, he is.
I didn't really talk a lot during the table talk because I just wanted to listen to what he said. But I really wonder. Remember how we were talking about like what is the next stage after this world comes to an end? Like I was wondering about transhumanism, which I couldn't find the freaking word for last reaction, but I'm starting to feel that more and more now because he was saying like the homunculus think they're better, like that's the next level of humanity.
Evolution, yeah.
I wonder though, and I know the bad guys won't win. I don't think.
You don't know.
If they do win, I wonder if they would let him live as a human, because it doesn't seem like he wants to be a homunculus. I wonder if he would be like a little lapdog that they just keep around like a pet because he's not homunculus. You know how like bad guys.
I mean, would you say you get vibes of Shigaraki, what he wants?
I can't remember what he wants.
He
Spoiler for My Hero in 3, 2, 1.
He just wants to see the world burn and end, and see what it would be like after.
Yeah, so maybe he just wants to spectate and see how it goes for him. But I wonder, does he really think that they would want him to stay around if he's not like on their upper playing field of life?
Yeah.
Superior life.
Yeah. I mean, in fairness, all he wants is to be able to just use his alchemy freely. No inhibitions, no.
Maybe he'll be content.
No inhibitors, nothing. Like, I mean, he might be fine if they're like, hey, the last humans are over there, kill them all, and then your job is done. And then he's like,
he might be happy.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
He's insane.
Well, he knows what he wants.
Is there a difference between psychotic and like psychopath, or is that the same thing?
Psychotic? I mean, a psychopath. I always get psychopath and sociopath confused. I'm not gonna lie.
They're not. Those are definitely different.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. We're gonna sound really dumb trying to answer that without
just
Googling
curious.
it.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how to like break that down if they are different or not. I don't know, but so glossed over it very shortly. Rose Armstrong, whatever we want to call her, Primrose. She gave the message to Roy, which we saw at the very beginning of in the after credits. Was that last episode? Basically, she is.
We need the army.
Olivier says we need the army of the East,
but not you.
But not you. You can fuck off.
Yeah, we need your offense and what you can bring, but we don't really need you specifically. Yeah. And she trusts Roy to not stab her in the back because she knows like who he is.
You're not that guy. You're not that guy.
But
is he?
You think it betrayed?
I don't know. It'd make for good plot. Neighbors, sorry. Yeah, I don't know if Roy would actually do it. I just think it'd make for good storytelling to see like, will you break your morale to get what you want in life? Like, will you become the demon of harvest to get what you want and then make things better? I mean, he already has blood on his hands. That's the thing that I've just been trying to think of recently is like, we talk about how these guys have already done atrocious things in war. What's to say a couple more times to get like a good result?
Even Ed remembered that they all
done
horrible things when he was trying to tell Winry.
That's reinforced. That's reinforced my reason today is because they keep bringing it back up with Ed today. So
they're all monsters.
Yeah, I wonder if Roy will test his monstrous side once again to get what he wants. Maybe he will be the next villain of the show because, well, I don't know. It took 30 episodes just to bloody see Father and Hohenheim a bit more, so maybe the next 30 is when those two come to an end. We got alligator arm. We got a name for the crocodile hand, whatever it's called.
And all of them are on their way to go find Scar. Where was last seen?
Yeah, sorry, the boys. They're playing it good. They're playing it good with Kimberly in terms of trying to play it off like they're just little kids. And Kimberly's just falling for it. Yeah. Left and right.
So I'm curious with you. Your most recent favorite character is going with them as well.
Miles?
Yeah.
Well, now that you bring it up, I feel like something's gonna happen to Miles.
I'm just curious.
This is actually funny because going through my head today, I was like, oh, Miles is out and about, hang with Kimberly. I guess we're good to go. But now that you're saying that, I'm just like, oh shit. We have to worry. Fucking hell. Guys, if you like this episode, make sure you leave a like, slap a like, hit a like, punch the subscribe button if you enjoy our content, comment down below, say hi to the fan that always turns on when we do these things, and in the next episode, we will see you there. Hunter. Bye! Hey guys, it's a little awkward tonight. The only person who hasn't seen the show, kind of accident. He will be here, but just don't laugh when he walks on. Okay.
Should we do the whole hey everybody?
No.
No.
I'll do it when I come with you guys and sit down. And you can transit.